Up next on Valley News Live at 6, a school bus driver walks off the job. Why she handed in her keys.
Plus, it's not just the trees showing hints of red. Our weather map does too. Hutch will tell us what that means.
And a car theft leads to a search for a missing child. Valley News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is Valley News Live at 6.
So I shut my bus off, took the keys out, took it over to that bus and handed my keys to the director of transportation and told him to drive them home. I'm done. And I walked away.
Good evening, everyone. That's a former Moorhead bus driver speaking out tonight after quitting her job, saying she's fed up with disrespectful students.
Valley News Live's JC Dodd found out what pushed her over the edge.
Nobody is helping us to get our cargo under control, literally.
For 13 years, Rita Thompson drove a school bus for Moorhead Public Schools. That came to an abrupt halt this week.
A busload of 30 kids, at least 50% of them are screaming or wanting to be anywhere but that school bus, then they don't know what it's like.
Thompson says rowdy students have always been a problem on school buses, but the past 2 years, the disruptions have gotten out of control.
Just talking back, saying they don't have to do what the bus driver says they have to do. Their parents told them they don't have to do it. The consequences are literally gone.
For Thompson, it's also a case of being taken for granted. She says when she tries to get help by submitting disciplinary reports,
there is a point where you stop submitting them because nothing's being done. 90% of the time doesn't happen. They don't get back to us.
Thompson also says the frustrations she faced every day are happening to bus drivers all across the metro.
I think we need more people that are willing to stand up for these school bus drivers and maybe look at it from a different perspective.
In Moorhead, JC Dodd, Valley News Live.
In response to our many questions regarding Thompson's situation, as well as other drivers, the district would only say it's unable to give us information on how it handles disciplinary actions on buses, and staffing is a constant focus for their transportation team.
If you've enjoyed the mild weather this past week, get ready for a change coming this weekend. Here's Hutch for an update. Hutch?
Mike, thanks so much. You're looking at our home of economy view in Devil's Lake. There's a cool front that's making its way in there right now, and many in our northern counties are going to notice a beginning of that change beginning this evening. A few sprinkles out there in that general direction, but for the rest of us, we'll wait till Friday and Saturday before we see things really start to transition. Both are now first alert weather days. I'll talk about why here in just a bit, but first, on Friday, between noon and the night hours, we'll have a few, not a lot, a few potentially strong to severe thunderstorms. They'll be spotty in nature and the risk for severe weather is low. Saturday, we continue with unsettled weather, but now we do have a risk for a few of those storms being severe, and I expect more widespread rain, heavy rain as we go through the day. Again, both days will bring the chance for an isolated storm with some hail, some gusty wind, or an isolated tornado. Make sure you have that Valley News Live weather app handy. We're talking about gusts that still are over 20 miles per hour here in the valley. Temperatures still way above average, which this time of the year is 61 degrees. Wow, 79 right now in Hallock, 77 in Grand Forks. We do have those showers on the radar out in the Devil's Lake Basin. We showed them to you on our sky cam there. As we take a look at your planner in Fargo, we'll just see the clouds this evening. Temperatures in the 60s, breezy, just not as gusty. I'll have hour-by-hour details on the track, the timing of our showers and thunderstorms, both for Friday and again on Saturday here in a few moments.
Fall showers.
Yes.
All right, thanks, Hutch.
New video has been released of a South Fargo crash that's been at the center of many rumors and false accusations against the city of Fargo and police. It happened just after 9 p.m. Sunday at the intersection of 52nd Avenue South and Timber Parkway when an SUV driven by 18-year-old David LaFrance smashed into the back of a stopped BMW, which was being driven by 19-year-old Dylan Mahoney. The video disproves the several claims across social media and our whistleblower hotline stating it was Mahoney who caused the accident. LaFrance was cited for failure to control the vehicle. Police say there was only one minor injury. Police say while 52nd Avenue is a known problem area for racing, speeding, and loud cars, it's not the only road in town with those issues. They urge drivers to resist the urge to put the pedal to the metal when out on the streets.
It really isn't worth that 10 seconds of thrill of driving fast to what could be a life-changing event for somebody.
If you have a tip that you want to share with us, call or text our whistleblower hotline. That number 701-369-3187. A member of our investigative team will get on the case.
A Wadena, Minnesota man is behind bars tonight after a bizarre incident on Monday. Authorities say just before 6 p.m., 29-year-old James Howard stole a vehicle and crashed it north of Wadena. He told officers there was a child involved in that crash and that he moved the child to a nearby deer stand. Multiple agencies searched on foot with drones and canines, but they were unable to find the child. Howard then changed his story, told officers that he left the child in an apartment. Eventually, it was determined there was no child. Howard is in jail facing several charges, including motor vehicle theft and DUI. Police are also investigating a burglary at Duffy's Tavern in Fargo overnight. Whoever broke in appeared to enter through a shattered glass door. No one has been arrested.
A Staples, Minnesota man is dead after authorities say a lawnmower backed up and pinned him to the ground. Deputies say the man was found in a mowed area outside of his home. It isn't clear how long he was there before he was found. The sheriff's office identified him as 84-year-old Russell Shimp.
Sanford Health says that under a vaccine mandate, 3,000 of their 30,000 employees have been granted for exemption, and those with religious or medical reasons. Officials said that 91% of Sanford employees in Fargo are vaccinated. The 3,000 staff members who are exempt across the Sanford footprint will undergo weekly testing. In July, Sanford Health announced that all employees have until November 1st to get their COVID vaccinations or receive an exemption. A new sports complex, water, park, and more is coming to the Fargo-Moorhead area. The Anderson Park project is also being led by Epic companies. According to the Mackenzie Broughton, this is going to be a multi-year project off of 45th Street South.
Phase 1 just started today, so we're in fall 2021 here. That'll go into about summer 2023 with the apartments and condos. And then to get the whole development up and running, we are looking at a longer term project to that 2025 term.
Now tonight at 10, we'll break down the newest updates on the Anderson Park project and what's in store for the Fargo-Moorhead area.
North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum announced the winner for his Governor's Photo Contest. Take a look at this. The Best in Show photo is called Prairie Dog Embrace by Tim Samuelson from Fargo. The contest had 543 submissions from all over the state. 5 winners, 12 honorable mentions, and a grand prize winner was chosen. The photos showcase the beautiful scenery of North Dakota. They'll be used by the tourism department in their marketing and AAA, the sponsor of that award. You can see the full gallery of photos. Just click on this story on valleynewslive.com.
We know that there's signal problems, and we're still getting calls from some of you DirecTV customers who are reporting those reception hassles with your Channel 11 signal. Well, Direct Television continues to tell us their equipment is not properly receiving our signal. We are working with them to try and get this issue fixed.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, how crews are working to get a fire in Itasca State Park under control.
All right, and this photo says it all. This dog is weather dog Max. Max says, well, you can guess, it's windy out there. Mary, thank you for sharing Max. Looks like he's got his head out the window of the car on the ride. Now, we did have gusts over 30 miles per hour. Big changes beginning tonight and tomorrow. Your forecast is coming up next.